The idea of freedom captivates the human mind. We in Bharat, from time immemorial, have cherished the lofty principles of freedom, mutual respect, equality. And recent times, after a great, prolonged struggle, we obtained independence. We obtained freedom. Is this freedom true freedom? Are we really free? The freedom that we celebrate today, the political freedom, undoubtedly is necessary. But is it sufficient? Are we truly free in free India? Do we have freedom from slavery? Slavery? We may wonder what slavery has to do in modern times. If we deeply examine our lives, we will realize that we are all slaves. We are all slaves to our own desires. We are all slaves to our own senses. We are all slaves to sense objects. We are all slaves to our own addictions. We are all slaves to our own wrong habits. In reality, we do not have freedom. We wrongly believe that we are enjoying the sauna of materialistic pleasures, the sauna of material desires. Unfortunately, we are not in a sauna, but we are caught in the whirlpool of desires. And in this whirlpool of desires, we experience a fall into the deep depths of distress, delusion, depression, destruction, afflictions and agitations. This fall, this dangerous fall, this downfall of humankind is explained in the Bhagavad Gita through a profound shloka. Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangasteshu upajayate sangat sanjayate kamaha kamat krodho vijayate krodhat bhavati sammohaha sammohat smriti vibhramaha smriti bhramshat buddhinashaha buddhinashat pradashyati. The Gita explains 8 stages of this downfall. Vishaya pravesha, Vishaya dhyana, Vishaya sanga, Vishaya kama, Krodha, Sammohaha, Jnana nasha, Buddhi nasha. It all begins with Vishaya pravesha, the entry of sense objects, the stimuli from the external world into the mind. And then the mind starts to contemplate. The second stage is Vishaya dhyana, Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha. We start to contemplate on the worldly objects, the sense objects. Rama dhyana and Krishna dhyana seem to be difficult, but we are good when it comes to dhyana, when it comes to meditation. We constantly meditate on sense objects. This constant contemplation then leads us to the next stage. Sangha, Vishaya Sangha, association, affinity, liking, strong likes and dislikes. This Vishaya Sangha, this association, this liking for sense objects then leads to the next stage, which is Vishaya Kama, desire, obsession, craving. And then Vishaya Kama, the desires, when they are fulfilled, then it leads to attachment. And then it leads to fear of losing our possessions. So when fulfilled, desire results in attachment. When unfulfilled, desires lead to anger. When anger is strengthened, when anger then translates into sammohaha, delusion. Krodhat bhavati sammohaha, sammohat smriti vibhramaha. Delusion then leads to loss of memory, loss of knowledge. Jnananasha. Sammohat smriti vibramaha. Smriti bhramsho buddhinashaha. Buddhinashat pranashyati. Jnananasha leads to buddhinasha. Loss of knowledge leads to loss of discriminatory capability, loss of intelligence. Thus we get led on this pathway to total destruction. Now, in a nutshell, we get trapped in this vicious cycle of Vishaya Jnana, Vishaya Kama, Kamya Karma. Vishaya Jnana is mundane, materialistic knowledge. Vishaya Jnana, the cycle of Vishaya Jnana leading and strengthening Vishaya Kama, selfish desires, materialistic desires, which then drive selfish work. Kamya Karma, selfish, desire-driven work. And we get trapped in this cycle forever. We lose freedom. We become slaves of our desires. Therefore, there is a need for a vision on what is freedom, true freedom, where we understand what we need to be free from and what we need to be free for. We need to be free from our own selfish desires, from our own lower nature, and we need to be free for our higher nature to manifest, our spirituality to be awakened. Only when our spirituality is awakened, when our higher nature manifests, only then we realize our divinity. Only then we realize our true identity. Only then we realize that we are parts of the divine. Mamaivamsho jivaloke jivabhutas sanatanaha, Krishna says. Krishna is the whole, the organic whole, the amshi, and we are all his amshas, his parts. Only then, when we realize our spirituality, then we understand true freedom. Only then we can contribute meaningfully and significantly. Only then we can become powerful agents of change in society. The Bhagavad Gita helps us embark on this pathway to true freedom, where we understand holistically what freedom means, outer freedom and inner freedom. When we embark on the path of Gita, then Vishaya Jnana, mundane, materialistic knowledge, gives way to Atma Jnana and Paramatma Jnana. Then Vishaya Kama gets transfigured into Atma Kama and Bhagavad Kama, love for Krishna. When that happens, then Kamya Karma gets transmuted into Nishkama Karma, contributory selfless work, which then gets transformed, which then gets consecrated and becomes Krishna Kainkarya. Then we gain total inner freedom. And only when we experience this total inner freedom, we can actually make the outer freedom count. Only when we experience this inner freedom, when we do our work as a service to Krishna, a service to Creator, only when we love and serve the Creator and His creation, we can become meaningful, significant contributors in our society. We can work to bring about the transformation that can make India truly great, revive our glory. Only then we can make our independence, our freedom truly count. I take this opportunity to wish you all a very, very happy Independence Day. Jai Hind, Jai Sri Krishna.